Well, hello, hello, and greetings, friends. This is Damien. Listen, I just want to drop in and share a couple of quick nuggets with you. I see so many people that are just waiting for 2020 to get over with. They're sitting by and they're sitting on the sidelines, they're sitting on their goals, sitting on their dreams, and they're just waiting for this 2020 to pass. Listen, the most important step to success is for you to take action. No matter what you have in mind, it's always going to be impossible to predict the outcome. But at the end of the day, if you never get started, you don't get to find out. So whether it's launching a business or taking a trip or starting a process to build wealth, it's all about taking action. And so really what I want to talk to you today really is about you becoming an action taker. Becoming an action taker is necessary if you're going to be successful. Now, one of the things that is important for us to all understand is that in order for us to really see results in our life, we've got to take personal responsibility. What this means is that you control your behavior, you control your outcomes, and your success is your personal responsibility. So you've got to take action. So really what I want to do with our time together is I want to give you four quick benefits for being an action taker, right? Four benefits for being an action taker. Now, benefit number one is that becoming an action taker encourages empowerment and learning. Action takers are constantly learning new things. They experiment with different strategies. They brainstorm. They have different ideas and they innovate. And the thing about this is when they fail. Now, notice I didn't say if they fail. I said when. When they fail. When they fail, what they do is they learn from their mistakes. They don't see failure as a destination. They see failure as a stop on the journey towards success. And so what they do is they take action, they make mistakes, they fail, and they learn. And as they learn, what they do is they come back through this loop again. And that loop of learning and failing, and action and learning and failing, it gives them confidence and it boosts their self-esteem and it helps them to develop the skills that they need to succeed, my friends. And so you should always be in growth mode because here's the thing, right? Unless you're growing today, you are today all that you're ever going to be. Think about that for a moment. Unless you're in growth mode, unless you are growing, you are today all that you ever will be. So taking action encourages empowerment and learning. And so the other piece of this is that growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow will be better than today. It's the only guarantee that we've got. So if you're going to move your life forward, you have got to be in growth mode, and growth requires that you take action. Okay, take action. That's the name of the game, my friends. Now, the other piece is that my second point is that action actually encourages you to create habits. Action creates habits. Now, when you think about this, what you've got to understand that new action requires new habits. For example, let's say you want to start a new business. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you're listening to me today. You obviously, if you're going to start a business, you've got to commit to clients, you've got to complete projects on time, and that takes planning and it takes organization, right? But over time you become more organized and you learn to better manage your time and do that more efficiently. But if you never get started, if you never take action, you never force yourself into a position where you have to create the habits that you need to become successful. And see, any new action that you're going to take, initially it's going to take hard work. There's no way getting around that, but it soon becomes second nature. Everything is difficult when you're doing it for the first time. Think about the first time you got on a bicycle. Was it easy? No. But after some time, you start to develop the skills. You understand, hand-eye coordination, muscle dexterity. You understand balance and centripetal force. And then eventually you find yourself riding and you look up and you say, look, mom, no hands, right? But it was difficult at first. It's the same thing. Action is going to produce growth, which is going to force you to take on new habits that you're going to need in order to become the person that you want to become. And see, action creates habits that will increase your chances of success in your career and even in your personal life. Here's what Napoleon Hill says. I love this quote from Think and Grow Rich. It says, "Most ideas are stillborn and need the breath of life through definite plans of immediate action. The time to nurse an idea is at its birth, and every minute it lives gives us a better chance of surviving." Yeah, that is absolutely true, friends. It's absolutely true. So the time to nurse an idea. So if you have an idea, if you have a dream, if you have a passion and it's burning inside of you, the time for you to put those plans into action is immediately, not later, but for you to take action right now. When the nudge comes, and you know what I mean by the nudge. How many times have you gotten an idea at 2 o'clock in the morning and you say, you know what, let me just go ahead and I'll deal with it in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, you can't even remember the idea anymore. So if you're going to be successful, we've got to make definite plans and take immediate action in order for us to be able to accomplish our goals. Most ideas are stillborn, and the way you give it life is definite plans of immediate action. So let's move on. So that's number 2. Remember, I'm giving you 4 benefits of being an action taker. Benefit number 3 is it saves you time and it saves you resources. It saves time and resources. Listen, at the end of the day, taking action is cheaper than planning. Now, I listen. I know that that might sound bizarre to you. I get it. You might be thinking, this guy is crazy. What's he talking about? Yeah, but taking action is cheaper than planning. So, because here's the thing: when you are over analyzing, and for some of my friends, I'm talking to my perfectionist friends. I'm talking to my friends that have to dot every I and cross every T before you get started. When you are over analyzing everything, you spend a lot of time, you spend a lot of resources, and you expend a lot of energy, right? This doesn't mean that you should do whatever you have in mind without the prior planning. That's not what I'm saying. I do believe that we should plan, but the whole idea is to spend less time analyzing, analysis paralysis, and spend more time with execution, more time in implementing. So because when you take action, you'll eliminate the guesswork, because the action will create feedback for you that you can then modify and make course corrections along the way. So what you're going to do is you're going to assess the situation, you're going to take calculated risks, and you give it a try. One of my mentors, Roddy Galbraith, I love when he says, give it a go. Give it a go. Stop sitting on the sideline, because you can always improve the plan as you go along the way. And you know, one of the other things that's really cool, one of the things that's really cool about you taking action is that action gives you momentum. Now I remember when I was growing up in Jamaica, one of the class that we had to take was physics, and in physics we learned about Newton's first law of motion. Okay, and in Newton's first law of motion, that's the law of inertia. It basically says that any object that is in motion will remain in motion, and any object that is at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon. Unless it's acted upon. Okay? Unless it's acted upon. Let me go back. Any option any object that is at rest. Let me go back here. Slides are running away from me. There we go. All right, good. So any object that is in motion will remain in motion, and any object that is at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by an external force. So what I'm saying to you, my friends, is simply this. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to get you to understand that your goals if they are at rest right now, they're going to remain at rest. And if you are in motion towards your goals, you've got momentum on your side. But your goals and your dreams, if they are at rest, they're going to remain at rest unless acted upon by an external force, and that external force has got to be you. You've got to be the one to act upon your goals, act upon your dreams, act upon building the business, act upon initiating the relationship, act upon reconciling broken relationships. Whatever it is that you need to, whatever the goal is for you in your life, the only way that things begin to happen is that you act upon it. That's why this message today is about you becoming an action taker. Become an action taker. That is what we want you to do. Now, my fourth point is simply this, okay? Is that taking action allows you to overcome fear. Taking action allows you to overcome fear. Why is that important? Because fear is your biggest enemy. Fear keeps you from succeeding in life, and it keeps you from traveling to that destination that you have been dreaming about. Fear keeps you fear keeps you from making progress. Aren't you tired of wondering what it could be like? What if, right? It creates this, when you are trapped in fear, it creates this unnecessary stress, and it wreaks havoc even on your health. Furthermore, it stops you from breaking out of your comfort zone. And if you're going to achieve anything great, you got to get outside of your comfort zone, baby. You know why? Because inside of your comfort zone, on the walls of your comfort zone, it is beautifully decorated with all of your alibis and all of your excuses. And if you're gonna maximize your life, if you're gonna get to your dreams, if you're gonna finish 2020 crushing your goals, it's gonna require that you become uncomfortable. You've got to get outside of your comfort zone. You've got to break through that terror barrier, because here is what I know to be true. Here's what I know, right? I know, and some of you should probably write this down. Here is what I know. I know that fear is a liar. Fear is a liar. That voice, that doubt, that voice of limiting belief, it is lying to you, right? No matter what form it comes in, it's lying. Whether it comes in the fear of success, whether it comes in the fear of failure, whether it comes in the form of the fear of not being good enough or the fear of criticism, no matter which way you take it, fear is a liar. And my friends, here's the thing. The only way we overcome fear is that we've got to take action. We've got to embrace the fear and not stop, but move in spite of the fear. We don't try to avoid fear or run from fear. We move in spite of the fear. So, to overcome your fears, the antidote to your fears is for you to take action, and not a little bit of action. Take massive action, okay? Whenever you're trying something new, you've got to get out your comfort zone. And that means you're naturally going to have to come across this terror barrier, but you're going to meet new people, you're going to face new challenges, and you're going to find new solutions. So what do you want to do? You know, do you want to just look? Do you want to end up at the end of your life just looking and wondering what if? So how long are you going to just look? My friends, the longer you look is the harder it is for you to leap. The longer you look is the harder it is for you to leap. So don't just be a looker. At some point, you've got to take the leap. Now, here is why taking the leap is important. Okay, it's important because of the law of diminishing intent. Now, the law of diminishing intent simply says this, that the longer you wait to do something that you should do now, whoop, 1 second, let me go back. The slide keeps running away. I've got a runaway slide here. The longer you wait to do something that you should do now, the less the likelihood that you're actually going to do it. The longer you wait to do something that you should do right now, is the less the likelihood that you're actually going to do it. How many times have you had things that you knew you should do, and you didn't do it? And the more you put it off, the harder it becomes to do. And then some point it just fades off to the back of your mind. It's like it wasn't something that you intended to do at all. You've got to get out of that mode, and you've got to take action, my friends. Okay, good. So now that we've covered that, one more piece. I want to share something with you that I think will help you. So please lean in right now, and I want you to listen very carefully, okay? You get one shot. And that's it.
And in the end, you're going into the ground. There's no way you can stop the clock from ticking. The countdown is on, and the days are finite. You only get so many, and then it's over. Everybody is plagued with the disease of waiting. Waiting to be ready, waiting for the right time, waiting until you feel confident, and that is the death of your dreams. It's the death of everything that you've ever wanted to see come true in your life, ever materialize. You're waiting so that everything is in you, it's together. You're waiting to have all the money. You're waiting to lose weight. You got to be willing to do it afraid. I'm afraid I don't quite know if I should move. Move anyway. Today is the day that you stop waiting. I'd rather die than on the edge figuring out how to get the courage to do it. We're not going to wait. We're going to do work. We're going to put in work. Because every time you put in work, you get the same consequences. You get paid. You get rewarded. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it. You go in there and go get that grade. You go in there and get that information so you can pass that class. You got to go get it. Nelson Mandela did it. He just did it not knowing if it was right. Mahatma Gandhi just did it not knowing if it was right. Mother Teresa just did it not looking for affirmation or confirmation. Is this right? Martin Luther King did it not even knowing if it would happen before his life ended. And what's interesting is when you commit and you have the courage to start doing the work, it may not look perfect, but what's amazing is that you'll figure it out. Everyone listening to this, get on track. Get on it now. Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. And the earlier you get in the game and get on track, the better life you're going to have. Healthier, wealthier, stronger, smarter, better. You get.
So, my friends, that is what I wanted to share with you today. That we've got to become, you and I have got to be action takers, because that's how we get to our goals, that we take action today, that we don't wait, and that we begin to move forward with our life. And so I hope this message has served you. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, no matter how you slice it, taking action, it opens up a world of opportunities for you. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel more empowered. And even if you fail, even when you fail, you'll know what it takes to succeed in the future, because that disappointment and that failure is going to teach you something that you can use to evolve. And during this process, you're going to gain skills. You're going to gain the necessary knowledge to make your dreams come true. And if that's going to happen, if you're going to take action, if you going to embrace this idea of crushing the rest of your 2020 goals, you're going to have to take action now. And that is going to require that you actually take time to focus. It's going to require you to harness your ability to concentrate your effort and to focus on completing the task at hand. And so, friends, with that in mind, I want to encourage you to join me on this coming Saturday, August 22nd. I am leading a masterclass called Capture Your Focus. In this masterclass, I am going to teach you a 6-step system on how to regain your focus. And so I want to encourage you to come check out the masterclass. It's completely complimentary. I want to help you. I want to serve you. I want to help you. I want to help you accomplish your goals. So you can register at bit.ly/Focus Masterclass 2. That's the number 2. And you're seeing it on the screen now. bit.ly/Focus Masterclass. I would love to have you come join me at the masterclass. You can register now. There's still some seats available, and it's virtual. So take 2 hours out, because if you want to crush your goals, the ability to focus, the ability to harness and to capture your focus is extremely critical for you to do that. So with that, friends, I hope this little motivational message has served you well. I hope these couple of nuggets have prompted you to stop putting off some decisions that you need to make and go ahead and execute right now. I sure hope I get to see you at the masterclass. The feedback that I've gotten from the first masterclass I did was outstanding. I'd love to have you there. because I want to be able to give you some strategies that you can use to begin to capture your focus so you can crush your goals for 2020. Again, my name is Damian Johnson. It's an honor to have these few minutes of your attention. I hope the message has been good for you, and I wish you well, my friends. Bye.